Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of a video that nobody asked for. I literally made a post asking what you guys would want. I promise I looked at it, okay? I appreciate your suggestions. This was just easier at the moment. Everything else that was suggested would take a long time to cover, so just have mercy. Anyways, so this hyperfixation of mine is not related to colorful horses, as the past videos have been. This one is related to a certain orange feline, a brightly colored orange feline, and that feline being Garfield. And look, I like to think of myself as a Garfield nerd. Yes, I like to think of myself that way. You got a problem, bud? No? That's what I thought. I feel that this piece of Garfield media isn't talked about enough. And that piece of Garfield media is Garfield on the Town. Yeah, it's kind of been forgotten about, I feel. Or at least I haven't seen anyone talk about it. If someone else has, then please tell me that this original idea isn't original. Thank you, that'll spare me from the embarrassment. Anyway, I guess we should just get into it. Yeah, can you tell that these intros are not scripted? So it begins with Garfield being so relatable. He does relatable stuff, mostly committing crimes, such as destruction of property, assault, and my favorite, involuntary manslaughter. Nah, just kidding, John lives. Anyway, after the myriad of criminal charges being placed against the two of John's pets, he considers giving them away. He even threatens taxidermy, which really puts into perspective the love John has for his pets. In other instances of John's appearances in the Garfield verse, yes, that's what I'm calling it, he is shown being a loving pet owner. Was John secretly abusive? But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. Maybe he's just a dad from the 80s. Parents say weird things like that all the time. I love my parents, just for the record. John thinks Garfield's being energetic this morning is no good and decides to take him to the vet. He stuffs him into the car because, no way a pet would want to go get it because pets don't like the vet. Anyway, he puts them into the car and starts to drive, which eventually causes Garfield to fall out of the car Looney Tunes style. After almost getting run over by a car, he's a gangsta. I'm not kidding, though. He really is a gangster. This amazing rap music starts playing.
Garfield is here, but he's cool. He's cool. He's calm. Starting from...
Then, Garfield proceeds to enact how every guy interacts with me in school.
What's happening, baby?
Take a hike, Jack.
And as he starts to look for food, it's a Gordon Ramsay-style restaurant in a garbage can. And before he can get a disease from one of these amazing culinary treats that are in the garbage, Gangster Cat goes up to him. Oh, God, I can't. Why did I read that? This cat is Urple.
Time to leave. Come on, Ernie. But Ernie, but I can't go out. Can't go out with you.
But Bert, why not?
Because I have a purple hand.
And is also pretty stylish. You can tell he's evil because he has a mullet or a mohawk. I don't know, but the cat has a gold tooth, which says a lot about cat hygiene. They get into a scuffle. The bad cat and Garfield, they get into a scuffle, or whatever the hell you call this. And Garfield backs out of this amazing fight. Really makes Arcane jealous, just the choreography and everything. It's just amazing. There's a reason this is an Emmy Award winner, guys. Anyway, after he finds out he's outnumbered by Mullet Cat and his gang, he decides to run away. After running, he hides in an abandoned building and finds his mother.
Garfield,
Do I know you?
think back, Garfield.
Mom?
What is this? How I Met Your Mother? His mother immediately comments on his body weight, like all good moms do. Meanwhile, John is sort of trying to find Garfield, by calling people, but he seems not that energetic about it. Anyway, Garfield begins to have an emotional flashback to when he was a baby and realizes that the abandoned building used to be an Italian restaurant where he grew up with his mother. We also meet Garfield's other relatives, said to be mostly cousins. Garfield has a brother named Raoul. And, he's a character, alright. He may have 54 different infections, asthma, heart disease, a drinking problem, and worst of all, he's stinky. But instead of saying that, his mother tells Garfield that he's not well. Yeah, alright, buddy. Anyways, we meet Garfield's grandfather, who's very traditional, like basically every grandfather ever. Then they all get ready to fight, because apparently the mullet cat came back for Garfield. You know, like real vengeance stuff. He shows up with his other friends, who are apparently a gang, a cat gang, called the Claws. So the Claws show up and they're like, we're gonna get Garfield. We need Garfield. But the family is like, no, we would never hand out one of our own. Because, like, Garfield's our guy. Garfield's our homie. So they all start killing each other, I guess. And after Garfield's family kind of wins, I guess, Garfield's kicked out. Because we love you enough to fight for you, but not enough to keep you around. And his mom is like, wait, Garfield. I need to tell you. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to play the scene because it's, like, too emotional for me to, like, recreate with my amazing voice acting.
I'm sorry I let you down, Mom.
Oh, there's nothing to be sorry about, Garfield. Not all of us are cut out to be mousers.
I'll say.
Garfield, this is really for the best. You wouldn't survive here. You have a good life, an easy life. We all envy you.
I'll miss you.
I'll always be with you, Garfield. And if you ever need me, I'll be there. Now, go, dear. It's starting to get dark. Garfield, I love you.
I love you too, Mom.
So, here it is. After the most emotional piece of media happens, he goes out on his own, trying to figure out what to do. Luckily for him, he eventually sees John drive by, and when Odie and John notice him, they come, pick him up, and bring him home. He's super happy about this and seems to have a new gratitude for the life he has. And when he gets home and takes a nap, he sees his mom in the morning. Apparently, she came to check he got home safe. I don't know how she knows where he lives. Don't ask questions. It's supposed to be an emotional ending. Stop asking questions! And that's Garfield on the town. I mean, pretty short overall, but I guess it was fun. I mean, I watched it, and on a real here, I kind of like Raoul. I wish that we saw more of Raoul. He's kind of big brother energy. I would know. I have a brother. Anyway, this is what I made as a result of the most amazing piece of cinematography I've ever witnessed. I hope you have a good day, night, or even a good 3:37, because I need to go and edit this video. And as always, stay cheesy.